Defendando Mexico Solidarity. We are a solidarity group, part of the UK Zapatista network, and we work with doing solidarity work with resistance communities in resistance in Mexico in general, and with the Zapatista communities in particular. Over the last few years, Mexico has seen a humanitarian and ecological disaster, the biggest one in living memory. Anywhere between 150 and 200,000 people have died in the so-called war against drugs, which is nothing short of a generalized war of dispossession. In particular, the indigenous communities have been very terribly hit by this. Being as they are in the most richest zones in the country in terms of biodiversity and resources, they have been submitted to a relentless attack on their territory, on their land, and on their forms of livelihoods and living. As a few weeks ago, the Indigenous National Congress, which is an organization that connects most indigenous peoples within the country and that arose out after the Zapatista uprising in 1994, the Congress issued a statement where they described over 30 large-scale conflicts now taking place in Mexico. From Veracruz, and where Totonaco communities are being deprived of water and land, to in Nayarit and San Luis Potosí, where Virarica communities are fighting mining projects in their sacred lands, to the constant paramilitary aggression against the autonomous Zapatista communities in Chiapas. This is only, this thing is going on all over the country, and is what the Zapatistas have always called the Fourth World War, a war of dispossession among on all the peoples of the planet, and especially among indigenous peoples in Mexico and elsewhere. So, the thing that have happened this last week is, deeply worrying, and should really invite us all to double our efforts in fighting what is happening. The racist, extractivist system that we are living has gone into, a completely deranged phase. And if we don't step up and stop this, we might not be here around for much longer. The Zapatistas have in their last analysis that they've done of the situation, they say a big storm is coming, and we will have to fight it with everywhere. The front line is everywhere, and with all our knowledges and skills, we have to be on the front line here. And what they say about the indigenous peoples, what the Zapatistas said is very true. They said, indigenous struggles are really important because the indigenous people know how to craft a future in the midst of overwhelming odds. They have been doing this for centuries. And this is, a fundamental knowledge that we will have to foster in this generation. We are here to express our solidarity with people in North Dakota, and with people in Mexico, and with people everywhere fighting this rotten system. So, solidarity, comrades.